hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, tell a friend. All right, y'all. On the docket today, we have 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 6, Episode 10, Sex Lies and Videotape. And before we get started with this stupid show, thank you so much for the new subscribers that we got since last week. We really appreciate you joining our little family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right.
I just got done watching most of this mess. I'm sitting here like,
it was so dumb.
I'm sitting here like, what? but we gonna get to them. But Cleo and Christian production, y'all are messy.
Let's save that for last.
Production is so messy. Oh my!
But we knew that from the start.
But
we just didn't know how good it was gonna be,
right?
Because they've been messing up a lot in recent seasons and variations of these different franchises of 90 Day. They've been messing up a lot. Let's just be real. Production meddles in every single one of these characters.
Wow.
Yes. Oh. But this one, I didn't mind it at all. I did not. Anywho, which idiot we gonna start with first? Oh, wait. Let's greet everybody. Let's get this. Let's say hi to everybody, and then we'll get into the men. Hi, Sunway. Hey, Black Lavender. Cleo needs to punch Chris. Yes, she does. All the way back to the United States. Let's see. I don't see Statler and Dempsey working out. Nope. Hey, Sunway. Hey, Erica. Hey, Susan. Who else? What is Erica saying? I want compensation for having to watch Gino and Jasmine. Don't we all?
I have stern opinions on them too. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Let me real quick. Hold on a second. Okay. Hey, Sunway, Black Lavender, Susan, Erica. Let's just get into this BS, and we're gonna start with the most useless, Tyrae. I don't care about you. That's all I have to say. Talking about, I spoke to the real Carmela, and she lives outside of Denver. No, shut up.
This was a production fail because Tyrae is so stupid. He can't stick with the script that y'all gave him, because I am so confused with who this woman is, and I thought she was in Bakersfield serving the Western Seaboard. She wound up in Colorado.
Okay, let's take this all the way back. Let's just take this all over. Okay, first she was in the Barbados, allegedly, right?
Thank God for that. She ain't.
And then they do whatever they do, and she's in Bakersfield, Modest. She's all over down. She's down that way near him, right? Like 30, 45 minutes away, working, right? That's where they last pinged her from. Now he's got in touch with the real Carmela, and she's like outside of Denver. What? Huh?
And how's this supposed to bring her closure? Because she ain't none of the people that you was chatting with on your Twitter, or whatever it was, Insta chat, or whatever.
Whoever they was.
Whatever.
They was talking.
Whatever. No, were they really though? Thank you.
I do not care about him. Zero. I don't care about you.
And then I feel like I should buy her a present. Bitch, you broke. You broke, ironing a fucking nylon sweater, an acrylic sweater. It should have fucking melted, and the whole hotel should have charged you for a damaged iron. With your big old fupa, mind you, I got one too, but your big old fupa on the TV for me to see. My fupa is not on the TV for anybody to see, but no one need to see that. No one need to see your stupidity shining bright like a diamond all over these episodes with your ignorant ass going here, there, and everywhere. And you can't keep track of your own lies to satisfy the viewing audience. Get the fuck off of my screen.
Okay, I saw the first one, the first segment. Was he talking to his mother? His mother just kept. Okay, the way his mother just kept looking at him, just told me, "Oh, I didn't need to see anything else. Just look at her face."
I know.
Don't.
She was just like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Who are you going to see?"
Right. And then the second segment I didn't get to watch because I'm glad I didn't from what I'm hearing. Or I just didn't. I just heard it and didn't pay attention. When I saw Tyrae, I'm like, I just like next. We don't care about you.
Tyrae, him and his two sisters left the mother alone because we don't know who taking care of her.
He has other siblings. He has other siblings that we haven't
right,
we
but
haven't met.
but according to him, they're not interested in taking care of mama.
Well,
let's remember what he said.
True. They got their own lives. They ain't have time.
So the two sisters, LaShante and the other one, that we just met recently, they on a boondoggle. They like, bitch, TLC paying for this ticket. We gonna go be your babysitter and we gonna take out that mini bar. So that's what they did. And when he gets there and he's like ironing, the second segment opens up with him ironing his acrylic sweater. I've never seen who irons a sweater. Who? Y'all let me know in the comments. I don't care. I'm not big on ironing, so maybe there are people. He is one of them.
Debbie goes has her stuff dry cleaned.
No, I don't. I don't buy anything that says dry clean only unless it's for a formal occasion or when I had to do that. When I had a dry cleaning expense account, yeah, everything was dry clean.
Oh my gosh.
Or when I was working on property and you could take your stuff to the laundry, but they used to fuck up your buttons. So, but anyway, now, like, I don't have a real career anymore. And like my joy of life is coming on here and talking to y'all about these piss poor shows and these ass wipe characters that we got to deal with. So a t-shirt works for me. And my aunt used to iron t-shirts, but she lived in England and she was a bit of a prick. So yeah, I don't iron a t-shirt. I just come on here. I shake it out from the how I have it folded, and I put it on, and hopefully the wrinkles will fall out while I'm doing laundry, taking care of my mom, and cleaning up this fuckhole house that I got. So yeah, this is as good as you're gonna get. So he was ironing. His sisters come in and check on him and see if he okay. They grateful that all he bought was the candle because he wanted to buy jewelry, knowing full well he ain't had no money for no damn jewelry. But okay, he got a $5 candle. Good for him. He felt that he needed to give her something because of what happened, but she's not involved. But anyway, they're like, you gonna be okay? He was like, yeah. They're like, good, because we going back to our hotel room to drink. He goes to the bar. So he says he's meeting him in a lounge. I called it a bar, but whatever. He orders water, and I've never heard such loud audio for water because he sucked that back like you know, one of those hoovers that you get when you get flooded and it sucks out the water. That's how he sounded. And if he could have ordered 6 waters while he was sitting there, he probably would have. Why couldn't he order a well, I don't know if he drinks or not, but he like you could have ordered an Arnold Palmer. I was just so disappointed. And then it ended off with somebody approaching the door and he's turning around and looking, and it's going to be somebody from production saying she decided not to come.
Here's the thing, and we're going to talk about this and we can move on. This is where production fails us, and we have to call production out. Now, y'all start the season telling him it's a catfish. Okay, fine, whatever. But then y'all let this farce go on. Okay, he signed the contract. He's trying to get his check. Y'all trying to fill the ad space. I understand that. But you're going to tell me that y'all let him go through all this, and at the end, y'all magically have the contact information and socials for the real Carmela?
No, don't forget the private investigator got this, who we assume is on production as well, because we did not see a shingle hanging outside of his office. Hey, Ryan.
That's why I said
Um,
production, aka the private eye. Anyway,
okay.
I'm just saying.
Wait, some way says Tyrae can't get a supermodel that he think he can get. Well, but uh, she's a purveyor of specialty services.
Yeah, which is fine.
They should have gave Tyrae a jug of water the way he was drinking that water. Yes. And I don't like to, I'm one of those people that don't like to hear people swallow. I really don't. Like, it pains me with my mother. And honestly, he was like, if I wasn't already annoyed with him, that scene with the drinking of the water, that was just, I was done. I was done. Sunway says Tyrae think he can't get girls like a Victoria's Secret models. Maybe try find one at not at Costco. Go to Sam's Club. Costco's sacred ground, Sunway. Don't do that. That's my favorite store. I've ironed or steamed sweaters, but they're thinner and sometimes wrinkled when folded. Oh, see, I just put everything up in the shower when I'm getting ready for an event. Like, I do this only when I'm traveling because I can't always trust hotel irons because a lot of times they spit out the calcium deposits and it ruins your clothes. So what I do is from the time I get there, I get the hangers from the closet and I hang everything up in the shower, and with every shower, everything steams out. So it kind of works for me. And then I take a lot of clothes that don't really need ironing in the Caribbean because it's a waste of time.
Yeah,
Just
it's,
to
it's,
look
it's just
like
the heat just gonna kill it anyway. So what's the point? Who
yeah.
next? Tyrae's winning.
Tyrae buy new clothes. Yes, agreed. Thank you, Sunway. All right, so who's next?
Who we got?
let's let's do Misha and Nicola because they had a very small segment.
Good. I'm gonna need this storyline's annoying me as well. And I said storyline. This is not. This is some kind of relationship. I don't know what it is, but I don't care about hearing about you guys. Well, you need to talk to me better. Blah 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 blah. Here's the bottom line is that you too good for him, Misha. Even his family and friends know this. They telling you this, and you gonna stick with the bullshit. Okay, fine. That's your business. But he's not gonna change. He's like what, 50 or 60? He's not changing. Wait a minute. Oh, he's allegedly 46. Okay. Um. So he's set in his ways. He's set in his mama's ways. He's not gonna change. Because here's what's gonna happen. Misha leave. Because once you meet his mother, and she probably won't like you. All he can do is gonna side with her and turn on you because he gotta live with her. He ain't got to live with you.
But here's the thing, though. Here's what I gathered from their last segment. Okay, so Misha been getting these red flags from the time she landed. Because she said that, like, this isn't the person that she's been talking to for 7 years, who she's fell in love with. This is a different person, yada, 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 yada. So he come downstairs and he want to know why she didn't come back downstairs. Order one. Okay. She explains to him that he's not meeting her emotional needs, and it's probably because he never been in a fucking relationship before. And he turns around and tell me what I need to do. I will do it just for you. Red flag number 2, because he lying.
Exactly.
And he is accepting this. She's accepting every lie and every false narrative that he's giving her, and she's like okay with it. Either A, you're part of the cult as a follower, or B, you is one of the ringleaders with him. So y'all just trying to take it to a whole nother level by importing his dumb ass to the United States so he could really meet the dumb masses. So go ahead, Misha. You want to live that high life and try to take his cult to the next level because you are a co-shareholder or partner in that mess. Good on you, girl. Y'all could quote the scriptures together and go get lost in Nazareth. I'm done.
Are you trying to say that Nicola's trying to be the new Joel Osteen? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, just the ugly version, the one that got backed up over in the parking lot.
Be nice. All right,
That
who
was
next?
nice.
Who next? They,
Who else had a small? Sorry about that, y'all. I should have covered my mouth. Um, but y'all know I ain't got no manners. Let us do. Why do I have? Let's do. Let's do Amanda and Razvan because I got a new
again,
fucking best friend.
again. Um, for some reason, the Americans are like some of the Americans are very unlikable.
Very unlikable.
She's
Extremely.
Amanda is just Amanda. Her entitlement, I think, it's just annoying. Here's why: it's because we as Americans know how other
Mhm.
countries and cultures perceive us. So I think that's part of my issue because she's exhibiting every single stereotype people have about Americans.
Mhm.
Nothing's good enough for her. She's like, I see red flags, and my whole thing is this: Amanda, we gonna call a thing on this one, and your feelings might get hurt if you hear and see this, but the truth is not always pretty. He does not need you to get to America. So what if it's a dream of his? Do you know how many American chicks are probably in his DMs? His DMs are probably backed up for at least good 6 months. He just happens to like you. So don't try to sit up here and act like, and I'm glad he called her out on this too. Don't
Mhm.
sit up and act like his only goal of being with you is to get to America. He doesn't need you for that. He's already on
Mhm.
TLC's payroll, partially.
Mhm.
So he
Mhm.
doesn't need you. And then you knew you were going to a pool party. Why not dress appropriately?
Mhm.
Why did you dress like you're going to Walmart? My thing is this: if you're going to meet his friends, and obviously these are close friends of his, there would be nothing wrong for you to put on a nice swim top. You know,
Oh, you mean like
um,
the one that he bought her and made him exchange?
yes,
All right.
put on a swimsuit. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
and get you a nice caftan and just stroll in like you're that chick. But
Mhm.
no, you walked in like you just was shopping at Walmart on aisle 3 for the juicy juices that are on sale 5 for 15. No, like, and Razvan, look at how she's approaching this. She gives no f's about meeting your friends, your family, none of that.
Because the first thing she did was this.
Exactly. But I do want to shift back to the conversation they were talking about. He's like, well, here this is what we eat. And she's like, no. And he's like, well, what if my mom fixed, pig brain? Like, what are you gonna do? She's like, I'm just going to like respectfully decline. I'm like, you just do not know how to act. You
But
just
the
don't
thing
know how to
is,
act.
okay, so sweetmeats, assorted animal brains. They're called sweetmeats. You don't even know you eating that when you eating it. Because I
No.
accidentally ordered it and somebody told me afterwards. I was like, okay, it tastes
Right.
good. How they got it sauteed and
Right.
whatever. It tasted good. I ain't gonna
Exactly.
lie. Would I've ordered it if I would I've ordered it if I knew what it was? I
No.
sampled it, probably not. But you know
Right.
what? I did it and it tastes good, and I wasn't letting that food go to waste. She is just ignorant. Ignorant.
Magic. Magic. I like when you gonna feed me something. If it's a different culture,
Mhm,
if you're gonna feed me like cow brains or pig brains,
mhm.
just tell me it's beef. Tell me it's pork. Let me keep some. If I can't recognize it as that, let me keep the magic in my food. Let me just keep the magic in my food. Now let's shift to where they
Mhm,
go to the pool party,
mhm.
and Deanna comes through, and Amanda automatically just goes in her jealousy shell. Yes, she ate that bikini, but Amanda, you're a cute
Wait,
girl.
but wait. Did okay, so when we arrived there, how many of y'all heard the European equivalent to bow chicka wow wow? That looked like a porn set.
I didn't hear that, but it
I
it, it,
did.
it did. But Deanna comes through, and she look at Deanna. I wish you could have kept your face a little bit because when you greeted Razvan like, hey, yeah. When she greeted Amanda, like she was like, oh, hey. I'm like, oh, you look like, who is this homely chick right here? Oh, this is the American Girlfriend. I'm like, oops, here we go. She's gonna be that. She's gonna be that chick. She's gonna be that friend. And she just sat Amanda down and just gave her the business, and Amanda had nothing to say. Deanna told no lies, because the way Razvan looks at Amanda and the way Amanda looks at Razvan is not equal.
Yeah, because she called out the look at the table
Yes.
when he said when and Deanna was on her side because she said to Razvan, "Did you not tell her that it was a pool party?" And I was just like, "Oh!" And then he turned around and said, "Well, she's on her period." You using that as an excuse to him to not get blood on his sword. So he's going to expose you to everybody else. There you
Right.
go. Why are you ashamed of your period? Most women have it. I can't wait to get rid of mine. But it's neither here nor there. But I like it that he stands up for himself. He's sick and
Yes.
tired of her foolishness. He really is.
Right.
And
Because
she
you notice
did
he
come
said,
quite homely to that event.
but did you notice in the car or the talking head? He said, like, it's a shame that we lost a week with this
Mm-hmm.
arguing. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at him like, yeah, you need to ditch her. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Ryan says she doesn't really want Razvan. She doesn't want to be there. She should go home.
I
Agreed.
agree.
And then Ryan says she doesn't really want No, where's the other one? Erica says Razvan friend comes out confronted Amanda in a bikini. She was going to show up and show out for her scene. Of course,
Of course.
because she wants to get out of porn. And she has the sophisticated palate of a toddler. I expected her to ask for chicken tenders and fries. She wouldn't have even been sophisticated enough to ask for chicken tenders. She would have said chicken nuggets. She ordering straight from the dollar menu.
Yeah. Not
She
the
want a
tender.
4-piece chicken nuggets with french fries.
And extra
That's what
barbecue sauce.
and then get vexed when they charge an extra 25 cents.
Oh, she's just so unlikable. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh.
Why didn't they send Amber instead? Her sister would have been dicking down Razvan every night.
He had no
Oh,
problem.
I'm sure they sell tampons in Romania, man. She ain't on her
Yeah.
period. She ain't on her period, and he too stupid to call her out on it. Cause I bet you she ain't even using a pad, a tampon, or even a Q-tip. She ain't using nothing. He just believe in her. I'm just so tired of them, and the way how she was laughing, that little condescending laugh that she had when Deanna was calling her out and saying that her relationship is toxic and that her friend deserves someone who will love him. I was like, ooh, Deanna. Everybody need a friend like you, girl. Everybody need a friend like you. Now, hold on, guys. We only have 5 likes. Can we get a few more likes, please? We don't ask for anything, but could you just give us a little thumbs up? We appreciate it. Thank you. All right. What else about them? What else?
Nothing. Again, I don't root for her, I root for him. And I root
Yeah.
for him. I root for him to cheat on her while she's there.
Oh,
That's
with
just how.
Deanna.
That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Because, like Ryan said, she's not happy. She doesn't want to be there. Like I'm kind of tired of her saying like my kids, my kids, my kids. I mean, we understood that. We got it in the first 8 episodes or whatever. Like we understand you left your kids behind, but that's a choice you made. So I'm tired of people getting on these shows, but they want to use the decisions they made as an excuse. I don't care.
I've sacrificed so much. I've given up my entire family, my friends, my culture, my life, my apartment, my kitty cat. I've given up everything. Shut up. We don't care. Who's next?
Who's left? We
Gino
have
and Jasmine, Statler and Dempsey, Christian and Cleo.
let's get Gio and Jasmine because their segment wasn't that much. I'm sorry, y'all forgive me, but I hollered at this whole scene because did you hear the way Gino's voice changed when he got that whip in his hand?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna listen to me. You gonna do everything I say. I'm like, oh, he feeling, he feeling himself. But Jasmine, I see you. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
More, you're putting out more than menu. In disguise,
Exactly.
in this,
Exactly.
in disguising it as this is for Gino. Good job,
Every
Jasmine.
episode, every episode that she's in is a new
Product
menu
placement.
item.
Product placement.
Mm-hmm.
But did you see how she laid out the wares though? The handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? But hold on. Did you see where she leaned back on that bed and put that ball gag in? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and we have. I'm like, oh, you making sure everyone gets the full visual. We see you,
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine. I'm not mad at you. We see you though. And the whip, and he's like, ooh, and she was like, go ahead, baby, show it off.
Oh yes. And when she said she wee weed on him, now we really getting into the specialty items.
Yes.
The specialty items. If any
Oh
of y'all
my goodness.
signing up for her fans only thing, let us know. Is she good?
I'm just sitting here like. She's going for the full gusto. She's like, I'm next to the rich folks who could pay for this. I'm living the high life. Jasmine, like, say what you want about Jasmine. And, she's not the most likable character, but she's not the most hateable either. She is a smart businesswoman because, like we said on the last episode, every season she has improved her station. She's improved her surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not mad at her. Like, she putting the full menu on display.
And she's setting herself up to be on her independent on her own.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, good on you, girl. Yes, the golden shower. It's just wow.
But y'all don't hate me for this. Don't be mad at me. But I'm hoping they come back next season only because I want to see how his family reacts to the offerings. I want to see how his family feels.
We could tie that up in the tell all. I don't want them back.
Okay, if we can tie it up in the tell all, I'm good. If we can get the
Bring
tell
on
all,
Dana and we could
yes.
do a cage match. But we don't need them back for another season. Mm-mm.
Okay, I forget about the
Mm-mm.
tell all. I forget. I'm not. I forgot about they do tell alls. Yeah, bring them on the tell all so we can get their point
Oh,
of view.
and let me tell you, I know I'm jumping shows, but the other way, Lizette and Sandra, Daniela's friends from New York, they need to be the hosts of the tell all because they be asking all the questions and they tag team on you and they do it so very nicely. And then you answer them. Like, I think they could be host on the tell all.
Who? I missed the names.
Lizette and Sandra, Daniela's friends from New York. Uh,
Oh,
They
oh
need to
yes.
replace. They need to replace Sean Robinson.
Sean Johnson Robinson with a child's name. It's an N, but yeah, she can go.
They Puerto Ricans, Boniquas from the Bronx, and they gonna ask you the questions and they gonna make you answer them.
Right.
I want them to be the host. I want everyone to like think about that and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, who's next? You want Dempsey? Oh,
Yes.
anything else with Gino and Jasmine?
Yeah.
Sorry, nothing. Okay. Hold on. This was a mess. Statler is her own worst enemy.
1,000%. And here's the whole thing with
Mhm.
this. I'm gonna shout out the dad on this one because when he was nice, but
Mhm.
his face when she said, my lease is up and I'm hoping that I can move over here. And Dad's
Mhm.
face said, the fuck you will.
Richard was not having that. Richard was looking at her like, what you said? With who? Not my baby girl.
I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work, Dempsey. So don't do it. Like, well, she didn't get it. Okay.
Oh, Erica says that Jasmine was spotted in the US with Gino. Looks like they'll be on next season. My God, today. Well, thanks a lot, Erica. Yes, Silver Goddess. Yes, Bori. How you say that? I've always said Boniquas, but I know I'm probably saying it wrong anyway. But
Boricuas.
yes, in the house. That what he said. What he said. Mhm.
His dad was excellent, but we're gonna call out production again. Guess what we're gonna do on this channel? We're gonna call TLC out on the BS every time we get a chance. So that whole staging. So Dempsey goes gets the food. We know that's production. Fine. They come out with the food, and I was all up in their plates too because
the scampi and chips with peas. I was like, Richard, not the cultured palate.
yeah, I was like, I need to go. I need to go to England. I need to go to England. Maybe I'll make up something like I need to go
Listen,
for work or
there's
something.
nothing better than mushy peas. I love mushy peas. I love it on everything, but mostly on mashed potatoes with mushy peas.
Okay.
It's the bomb.
The food looked good, so they talking yada yada. You know, conversation. He was asking all the good questions. Statler was stumbling because she's like, I'm caught. I'm like, yes, you are. And Dempsey had to think about things, but production, can y'all just do a little bit better with these setups because you won't magically just have Statler need to go to the bathroom so they can have a conversation. I wasn't feeling that.
Okay.
And again, I want to like Statler, but she's moving way too fast. I do because
I don't.
she's a little awkward, but I can go with that. It's just you look real thirsty, and Dempsey called it though. I do like that Dempsey and her dad are calling what they see. She's like, I think that Statler is trying to basically fill the hole in her heart. And I want to make sure she wants to be with me, and I'm just not like some feeling. And I appreciate that. I appreciate her actually looking at it for what it is.
But she better not fuck it up come this Sunday, because this girl goes and get a few dozen flowers and some candles and finally takes a bath after 2 days. The fuck? Who eating that out? I'm gonna just call a thing a thing.
Okay, can we? Okay, now she talked about it, and she was screaming. She was screaming. She was screaming in that cold shower, right? Which was annoying my nerves.
Like we never took a cold shower before. We get in a cold pool.
Call me crazy, but I understand you may like your showers, right? If your creature comforts are available to you, you make do. Why couldn't you ask Dempsey, hey, can I rent the shower at the other spot? They got that good hot water. Can I
boil
rent
some or boil water?
Yes, that too.
The stove was working.
Yes, that was my second thing.
Or just do the old-fashioned thing, like you jump in double dutch and you do 1, 2, 3, and you jump in, go,
right.
Get it over with. It takes 2 seconds, and the skin adapts. Mind you, she ain't had much room in there, but she's small in comparison to me, so she could have did 1, 2, 3, jumped in, grin and bear it. But she doesn't. I question her hygiene habits because you saw how she was washing her hair.
Right.
Oh, girl. Oh, they were just irritating me. Sunway is asking, do we think Dempsey is pregnant? No, I just think she has a regular woman's body that has a little belly. I chalk it up to spending 5 weeks in Thailand, and she's a chef and she's tasting everything. And then she's probably bloated because she's has to put up with Statler. But I don't think she's pregnant. If she is, though, I hope Ben's
By
the baby
Ben,
daddy.
yes.
I hope Ben's the baby daddy
We
because I
like
want
Ben.
to see a
I like Ben.
traveler wedding with her.
We like Ben. Well, I like Ben.
I like Ben too a lot. Let's book a trip over to his Airbnbs.
Why not? I could
Yeah,
work from there. I could work from there. Shit.
yeah, yeah. Oh my God. For the theatrics. Oh geez. Um, it was just annoying. She had diarrhea of the mouth this episode, just telling Richard everything. I thought it was stupid. This is not awkward. This is just dumb. This is just dumb. You're telling this girl's father that you planning to move in with her, but you ain't actually tell her that. And that your lease is running out. Girl, bye. If I was
Yeah,
Richard, I would have grabbed her up by the scruff of her neck and took her back to Manchester Airport.
yeah. I wouldn't have told all that. Sorry.
I'd have been like, stop. It's been nice meeting you. I'm gonna send my child home, but you and me is going back to the airport. We will send your stuff over to you. It was just ridiculous what she was doing, and I blame production for this because it doesn't seem like she knows how to follow script. Whatever. Who else do we have left? So we've gone through everybody. Anything else with these two idiots?
No.
All
Well,
right.
Dempsey's not an idiot. She's the mature one, but she needs to run.
I feel that
She
she
needs to
will
run.
graduate to idiot this Sunday when she falls for a few fucking flowers and some tea lights.
Not the tea lights. Okay. All right. So Christian and Cleo. Okay. Unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Christian's an asshole. We know this. But Cleo, I can't let you completely off the hook, and here is why.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you need and what makes you comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Why, if you're a person who needs a lot of support in your day-to-day life, why would you choose someone who one, doesn't identify as queer, and two, has never been with a trans woman? You set yourself up for this. I know, we love Cleo. We think she's great, but part of this falls on her. Now, Christian, you're an asshole. Because I believe Cleo 100% because women tend not to lie about their sex life. Men do. So when she says, like, they had a good time and, they was getting it in, I believe her. Now, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Cleo, you was being kind of vague too because the way you was talking, I want to know the details. Who did what to whom? I'm sorry. Because she was feeling quite confident moving forward. Now they've had sex. I'm like, okay, so it wasn't that awkward. It wasn't bad. You're hoping
Because
for more.
Jane asked Cleo if he understand all of the technicalities with what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Cleo was like, yeah, sure enough. I feel both glory holes were explored.
I'm just saying. Because if it wasn't good, let's call a thing a thing. Ladies, y'all not staying with bad sex. Just from what I've seen with my own friends, y'all don't stay with bad sex.
Oh, some of us will.
For money, yes.
Right. For compensation.
Right. And that
for equal exchange of services.
Yes.
Yes, some of us will. And lie to your face, say, you the best I ever had. That was so good. You just hit that spot. And he probably fell out. But wait, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Where it fell apart for me was when after he spoke with production and then contacted her and said, did you tell anybody? Yes. And she said yes. And he said, well, don't, because I just want to protect you.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, you lying.
Lying.
When he said, I just want to protect you, no, you want to
Lies.
protect yourself.
Right. And then my quick point, I'll go back to that.
Mhm,
Also, women, men too, to a degree,
mhm,
will deal with crazy
mhm,
for very good sex.
mhm,
So that's that. Now moving to
mhm.
Christian, you could tell when he was lying when he was at that stove trying to cook,
He
and
couldn't
they
look at the camera.
he couldn't look at the camera. And then when he did you notice he sat back and folded his arms like
Yeah.
he's trying to close himself off? I'm like,
Yes, he was
oh
protecting
yeah.
himself. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
dude,
And he
don't
was
do that.
nervous because he broke the egg all over the place. He
Yes.
was nervous. Now, everyone is saying, well, not everyone. I've heard someone say that Cleo was wrong because she shouldn't have, like, if he didn't want to talk about their sex life, that's on him. And that's true.
Mm-hmm.
If he fucking wasn't on a reality show
But
that's
here's the
about
thing.
relationships.
But here's the thing, though. You have to go back to the conversation with Cleo and her friend. What's her friend's name? Is her friend named Jane?
Jane, yes.
Okay. Remember, she said to Jane that Christian and I talked about this, and we both felt it was best that we be transparent about our sex life. So they had already talked about this.
But plenty of people do the talking and the dirty business after cameras leave. If it was so important to Christian to keep this secret because of his family, then why didn't he tell that to her when he was exploring her glory hole?
Exactly.
Why didn't y'all make a deal before, during, or after exploration?
But
And
the way I took that conversation was that they had already talked about that, and then
exactly, but now
and
he's reneging
right,
on
he's
it.
reneging on it.
And he is just a total butthole. And not even a good one. A hairy one with dingleberries hanging off. I just don't understand. I couldn't be around somebody like that. I just couldn't because he goes hot and cold a
And
lot.
it's not really hot. It's not really hot and cold. It's just like Cleo said. He's like caving to the pressure or perceived pressure, and that's
Mhm.
just why I partially blame her for picking someone who one doesn't identify as queer and two has never been with a trans person. I think
Okay.
she really needed to take that into account, and that's just my opinion.
But if he had no problem with navigating the what withals, has he never been? Because okay, so yes, she's trans, but she
Mm-hmm.
hasn't had the full on kit and caboodle done. This is the equivalent of having gay sex at this point, and he was
Ebony,
very familiar.
Ebony, yes, thank you. But I also question Cleo because you knew he was throwing all signs I am uncomfortable.
Mhm.
So why share that? This is why I don't leave her completely unscathed in this situation. I don't. She's partially to blame. She
I
really
agree.
is.
I agree. But she's also very insecure. So once
Yes.
he laid the pipe on her, she was like, oh my God, I've been accepted. And I want to let my friends know, my good girlfriend, and let her know shit. I ain't had no sex for a long time. He laid that shit down and it was good and left me humming afterwards. That was a part of that was the final part of acceptance for her. This is what happens when you deal with somebody who is so insecure,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
she's
get that.
thinking that she is like, he finally accepted her and she's good and this is my boyfriend, we're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He got over whatever misgivings he might have had, and then he throws you the curveball. And
Right.
that's where I blame her, because he been throwing you curveballs since before he got on the plane.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
He was lying to you when he was talking to you for all of those months. He was lying to you. But right before he got on the plane, when he said, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if we should kiss or something like that, that was the first one. Where
Yes.
he said, I don't think we should kiss at the airport when we meet. Let's play it, by ear or something like
Yes.
that. That was the first
Exactly.
curveball. but he knew what he was going after. Somebody who was insecure that he could easily manipulate and keep off balance. And that's what he's been doing to her. I feel bad for her because she realizes what he is, but it's her insecurity that allowed her to cave because she craves acceptance of her as a woman.
Exactly. And she always had, the thing is, and she acknowledged, she always had her doubts in the back of her mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think for her to see and hear them, really kind of hurt her. And production, this is where you were also messy production.
But we liked it.
Y'all let her see that solo scene.
Of
Wow.
course, because they sense the insecurity too,
Yes.
and they wanted her to pop the fuck off.
Yes, they wanted her to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Cleo, I don't think Cleo even realized what she had said either. And she's like, "Well, why would you tell production?" I'm like, hold up. Y'all filmed this the same. Y'all had to film this the same day.
Yeah, because when she was having tea with Jane, he was making breakfast because she had to go to school later.
I was like, wow, production messy.
They went and took the rough film on that little box thing that they look at, and they went and took that tape directly to her.
They
probably
sent that to her.
Probably emailed it to the production that was at the coffee shop and said, "Show her this and get a reaction."
I was not expecting to hear her say that. And when I heard production, I'm like, they sent this to you right after they filmed it.
Yeah.
Because remember, they filmed him making breakfast, right?
Yeah.
That Cleo and Jane were at night, so that gives everything away.
No. Don't forget, the first scene was at the coffee shop. Right. She had left him making breakfast, and she was meeting with Jane, and that's when she told her that they had sex, and he was at home busting eggs saying, "We got to second base." She said that she had a class later on that afternoon at the university, and then nighttime was when it went all to hell.
That's what I'm saying. Right after they got done filming, they sent that rough cut to her because that conversation happened later that night.
But I bet you anything, they wanted to get everything that she said with Jane because they wanted the two stories to be totally different, right?
Exactly.
Then they said, okay, let this girl go to school because we ain't gonna mess with her school. And then once she got out of class, that's when they gave it to her.
Yes. And it's obvious they sent it to her later, after they filmed that.
They sent it to production while they was filming at that coffee shop. And they probably said, "Jane, keep on pumping her for information. Make her tell everything. Because he over here saying second base. Okay, so wait. What's here? That's exactly what he's doing. He's keeping her off balance. That's got to be really hard to handle for someone who's autistic. He's working her,
but she's aware of the gaslighting, though. I'm like, okay, you're aware. She's acutely aware.
But the insecurity thing, that'll take her down every time because this young lady needs some sort of therapy. She does. Christian, wow, you know how to pick them. That's what he's doing to this girl. She's also has some of the blame as well.
Right. We've been saying.
Does she have a speech impediment as well? Because I know she's from Italy, but her accent doesn't sound full on Italian. It doesn't sound British. It feels like she has a thick tongue. I don't know what y'all call that. It's not exactly a lisp. It just feels like she has a thick tongue when she speaks.
Like Hamotsu from Durban.
God, yeah.
Like her accent. Like
But
her accent didn't ring South African because of the of the tongue. Just like
mhm.
Cleo's doesn't ring full Italian, probably because of her tongue. It could be.
I question if she's from Italy though.
Oh, hey,
I question if she's from Italy because she could be protecting her backstory.
of course.
And then, like, she's in England all by herself, isn't she?
Sounds like it.
So, this small group of friends that she has with her are basically her family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I also heard somebody else was like, why is she telling these people things like this? Because she doesn't have anybody else. Because this would be something that you would share with your sister, or if it's a guy, brothers, or something like that. She doesn't have anybody else. And she's going through a lot. I don't know. Well, the whole fallout is gonna happen next week, right? Or this Sunday.
Right.
That should be quite interesting. So you think he's gonna walk out or she's gonna walk out?
I hope she walks out.
I think it's gonna be her, and what he'll do is put on his little skull cap to cover up that god awful haircut that he has, and go out to the closest club or pub or something like that and go get drunk. That's what I think he'll do. Hold on. Sunway says, mark the calendar. On 5th of September, there'll be a new season with Welcome to Plattsville and My Big Fat Fabulous. Get out! Whitney is coming back. This is gonna be the season of her with Babs dying. I don't know how I'm gonna take that.
Here's my whole thing. I knew we were gonna talk about this eventually.
She's gonna milk it, but I'm gonna feel bad because I'm gonna be mourning Babs.
And that's where I'm at with this season. Like because I don't really care for anybody on that show, but Babs and Glenn, and like I don't know how I would feel seeing her milk this and seeing Glenn go through this without, his wife.
Babs had a gold coffin at the funeral. The funeral will be shown in the new season. I am going to cry like a baby. Poor Glenn. Oh my God. Yep, it is sad, Susan.
Yeah.
We all gonna be tuning in, and I'm just gonna be ignoring Whitney because if she gets up there and tries to make her mother funeral about her, I'm going to have a conniption.
Nah, we just gonna come on here and just rip her to shreds. Like, because we try to give her grace.
You do. Let's just be honest about this, Jamal. You do.
We try to give her grace on this channel.
You do.
But if she like over dramatizes it, and I say over dramatizes, I mean just does the like absolute most when this should be about Babs and Glenn. Yeah, we gonna come her and hurt her feelings. And I'm gonna be okay with hurting her feelings on this one because the focus should be on your dad and you guys as a family unit losing a huge piece of your family unit. It should not just be, I'm Whitney, this is my show, and I'm the status of everyone. No, it can't be that.
Do you think her brother's going to bring his partner on?
I have no clue. I mean, did Hunter move to Atlanta like he wanted to?
I bet you he does. Well, yeah, because remember he said last season that he got a place by the river or some shit like that.
Right, but everything got pushed back though, so I wasn't sure if just because you secured the place doesn't mean you actually moved. So
Trust and know he did because he was sick of being at home with them, and Babs was in the facility.
Right.
So like, were they even converting the downstairs bedroom for Babs? I don't think so. She was still trying to get the therapy, the therapy from the facility.
I have no clue, Sunway, because he's never brought anyone on the show. He's never mentioned any. I think I think he had a relationship in New York, but then that
Uh-huh.
broke off.
Uh-huh. That's why I said partner. I wanted to cover all the bases, but I know which base I am hoping for. Will be dad meeting a daughter from what? The interesting thing will be dad meeting a daughter from relationship. Wait, what? Glenn had an outside child? Say what now? Explain, Susan. Wait, Jamal, you knew about this?
I have no clue.
Was this before Babs? Because we know
Oh,
Babs was married before him.
right. I remember that.
So he
It
had a baby before Babs or during Babs? Wait, yes to what?
who had okay? Whose daughter is it? Was it Glenn's daughter or Babs's daughter? I think that's what we're trying to figure out.
No, no. I'm assuming it's Glenn's daughter.
That's what I'm assuming. But I'm just wanting confirmation. I'm understanding the context.
Susan, clarify. Is it Glenn? I think Whitney is going to get Glenn out in the dating world. Glenn has a
Oh,
love child.
oh,
So wait, hold up. Did he have this child while he was married to Babs, or was it before Babs? Come on, Tina. Watch the preview. It's a... No, wait, you have to tell me now. Ruin it. Ruin it. I can't with y'all. Go see the release of the trailer. Oh my god. If y'all know how many chores I got to do today, y'all could just ruin this one thing for me. I don't ask too much from y'all. Okay, I'll go. I
I'll
don't
watch
want
the
to
trailer.
ruin it. All right, we'll have to dig it up. We'll have to dig it up. Okay, y'all, it's almost the top of the hour, and we have to change over the backgrounds and the characters. But thank you for joining us today. This has been 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 6, Episode 10, Sex, Lies, and Videotape. This was a mess of a show. It should be even better this Sunday. Cannot wait to watch it. It's not too long. That's where this info came from. Okay. I'm gonna try to find it, but I probably won't be able to watch it until after our next show. All right, so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us the likes. We really appreciate it. You guys have been rocking today. You have blown my socks off with this information. Join us in a couple of minutes. We're gonna do the finale for Match Me Abroad. Is it finally done?
From what I can tell, it looks to be done.
Okay. All right, y'all. Join us in a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. Bring your notes. Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we're good.
Awesome sauce. Until next time.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Bye.